Well, hello there, Gemini. How are you? It's so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. If it's your first time on the channel, welcome. We're so glad to have you. Today, we are doing your weekly tarot. This is good for the week of September 26th through October 2nd. So we are moving into October. So let's go ahead and get started with your animal spirit. Let's see what we have. Chameleon spirit, act as if. Okay, so, Gemini, there's this energy where, I'm going to be honest. I'm getting this sense of perhaps conflict. The conflict may not actually come out this week. Okay, but it's almost as if you can sense that there is something brewing, okay, in a relationship, a situation. It could be at work, in your neighborhood, your family, but it's almost as if you are acting as if everything is fine and you're kind of tuning into your intuition. Really interesting energy there. Okay, so let's go to the tarot. We're going to get you some details about this. Let's take a look. We're going to look at your present energy, your obstacle for the week, and then we'll take a look at advice from spirit. So let's see what we have here. Interesting. Yeah, I feel this is helping you to open up to something even bigger. All right. There's a situation in which you have spent a lot of time and energy. It's a soul contract. Once again, it does not have to be romantic. It could be family. We have the family card here. It could be in a family situation, or it could be it's kind of a dynamic that is, I feel has had some tension for some time. And you could have been all this time just acting as if everything's fine, right? But you can tell down deep inside, there is this energy, this person or situation that you're dealing with. They could be happy one day, sad the next, angry the next. Like you're never really sure where you stand with this person. So I feel that tension that I was feeling, it's kind of like my back is tense. I feel like you're a little bit trying to prepare yourself for perhaps a conversation. Okay, but it's really strange because it's not like you can prepare for this conversation, because it's going to come at you perhaps when you're not expecting it. It's coming at you and you have no idea, because this person is kind of like bounces all around with their emotions or the way that they act with you. You're just not sure. Look, intuition is on the bottom. Yes. And then we have the King of Wands and the Justice. It could be a Libra that you're dealing with, but it doesn't have to be your Aries, Sag, or Leo. It's just this energy of somebody. It's almost as if you have to have this conversation, almost a difficult confrontational conversation in order to balance this out. Now, you do have the strength and the courage. And one of the reasons that you do is because you have really been working on your boundaries, your healthy boundaries, staying independent, not like it's almost as if you're kind of like, if this person wants to leave my life, it's not what you want. But at the same time, you're like, I'll still be okay. You've come to that healthy, healed energy, okay, where you recognize if people come at you in this type of energy that I think you're about to receive, okay, that you're okay, that you can walk away. Whereas in the past, okay, you could have had the same type of situation and you could have mutated yourself to meet whatever needs that they wanted you to mutate. You're putting somehow in your own mental space, you are putting boundaries up. You may not have had discussions with this person in this situation about the boundaries that you have been putting into place. It's almost as if you have been acting as everything's just the same way as it was. But I feel like when they come in, they're going to hear how your boundaries are not, your boundaries are new and they're healthy and they're strong. and you have the confidence to pull it off. So I think that this situation happens. I do feel like it hits you out of the blue. It's somebody that, once again, perhaps family, friend connection, but it's somebody close to you. It's somebody that you have fond memories with, right? But there's been tension in this. This is all part of your journey. And look at this. You have happy success. This is something that almost helps you to free yourself. I think for some of you, you are kind of having this conversation about, okay, I'm willing to walk away. You're at that point, right? Because you're just tired of this energy, just never knowing where you stand with this person. Or it's almost as if, they show up as a different person every time you talk to them. It's almost, one of those situations where it doesn't matter what you say to this person, they can find a way to flip it, right? to turn it into something that you did not intend for it to be. And you've put a lot of time and energy into this situation, trying to nurture this relationship, perhaps even trying to guide this person. This person could be younger than you, okay? And it's kind of, like in a workplace or something, you could even be maybe their mentor or something like that. And you've been trying to guide them. Or if it's a family member, it could be somebody that maybe is younger than you or something like that. And you're willing, you've been willing up to this point to say to yourself, they're young. It's a little bit of they're young and naive, it's okay. They're still learning. And now you're just kind of like, okay, but the boundaries, I have to have these boundaries. And I think you've put those boundaries in place in your own mind. You just have not said that yet to this person. So let's go to the Tarot and see. Yes. Okay. So this is interesting because I feel like you're in your power. Here's the thing. You have this consciousness of lack. It's almost as if you're standing in your power. You're acting as if, right? Like I'm strong, I'm powerful, I'm ready for this conversation, but you're nervous about it. I think you're really nervous about it because you're not sure how it's going to play out. You have the courage to have this conversation, but you are afraid that at the end of this conversation, you may have to walk your own way. You may have to go in your own direction. And it's not something that you really want to do, but I feel like you've been pushed to the limit. There's also this energy that the other person is coming in pretending that they're powerful, right? But the truth is that there's a big sense of insecurity on their part. They're not sure that they're worthy of having you in their life in whatever capacity it is. Really interesting. So let's clarify this consciousness of lack. Wow. Okay, so we have the Four of Wands and the Four of Swords. Wanting, there's a wanting. This is underneath. So this is kind of this wanting of having healing and stability in this relationship or situation. I do feel like you have been working on it. You keep expressing your love to this person, but it's almost as if you've surrendered to this journey, but I'm not sure that they have. You're trying to see a different perspective of this from their viewpoint. I feel once again, it's almost as if you're giving them more benefit of the doubt. You could be saying, well, they're stressed out at work, or they're stressed out about this, or whatever. And it's kind of like, I think you get to the point where it's kind of like, no, I need stability. I need reassurance that this is a relationship. Look at this. You have the Four of Cups here too. It's just bringing you constant disappointment, not satisfied. Yeah. I mean, you have the Five of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. Saying goodbye to this person, or understanding that this situation is... It's kind of coming to an end, okay? It's getting closer every day to an end. It makes you sad, and yet at the same time, it's freeing, right? Because when you don't have the burden of being in this relationship where you're not sure who's showing up and how they're going to act, right? It's almost like Mr. Jekyll and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, just kind of going back and forth. So your obstacle is trying to bring balance into a family situation. I really do feel like this could be a family member. Once again, it's almost as if somebody here, it's interesting. There's somebody here. I feel like you are perhaps having a little bit of a conflict with somebody in your life. And it's interesting because this is like a mother and daughter. Okay. So it doesn't have to be a mother, daughter, or mother, child, but I do feel like once again, one of you is older than the other. And it's almost as if trying to keep this in balance. But what you intuitively may have known, but you have no proof, is that there's somebody else up here, right? Little small, hidden, behind the scenes, that's causing chaos in this situation. And I think you may intuitively know that, okay? But it's kind of as if you can't prove it. Once again, this act as if, I think you're not saying anything about what's going on with this person. It could be like a mother and a daughter, okay, and the daughter's boyfriend, right? Or it could be, a mother, it could be if you're divorced, mother, daughter, and then the ex, it could be something like that. And the gender doesn't really matter here. It's just this sense that, there is somebody that is kind of playing a part in this and getting in between the two of you, okay? But it's almost as if you can't prove it. And I think you're sad about this because it's kind of like if this person wasn't here, the two of you could work this out. But it's as if this person really isn't going away, or going away anytime really soon. So it's almost an energy of, how do I balance all of this, right? How do I balance all of this? Yeah. Yeah, I feel like they're coming in with some kind of offer. We have the Emperor here, Justice again. These cards are also being sloppy. To me, there's almost an energy of really somebody is trying to mess something up for you, Gemini. That Emperor jumped out. Tower. And I saw the Tower when I was shuffling. 3 of Swords. Well, Gemini, we do not have the card of an ending happening. I do have the 3 of Swords on the bottom, okay? I feel like somebody is manifesting this. Whoever this third person is, okay? I feel like they are manifesting this broken heart. I don't know who that person is, okay, Gemini. It's going to be different for everybody. But that is, I think you are feeling, okay, that the energy between the two of you is off because of the energy between the two of you. Intuitively, I think you know that this person is playing a part in it, but I think you're kind of like, well, this person, there's almost this energy of this person should know better than to be listening to this person. Right? This is toxic. This is that triangulation that, you hear about in like toxic, narcissistic, codependent relationships. It's as if this person were to leave. This would come back together. This person is causing the problem. Now, Gemini, I think for a lot of you, you could be the older person or the wiser person, the more spiritual person. It doesn't have to be age, really. I think you are. I think you're the teacher. You're the wiser one, right? But I also feel like you're in this terrible pickle because you cannot say to this person, I know this person. I think this person is listening to this person, right? And you're kind of like, why? We've had rounds with this person before, right? Wow, Gemini, I'm really sorry because that energy is really difficult. That third person, okay, this person, and it does not have to be male, okay, but that third person is the one that is manifesting this. They're trying to cause you conflict. They see you as the Queen of Pentacles. Somebody nurturing. You're financially stable. You're seeing success in your life, and they're just trying to come in and cause drama. Oh my goodness. Okay, Gemini, I think for a lot of you, this could be somebody that you were married to. Now that is not going to resonate with everybody, okay? It could be almost like a brother and sister, an ex-spouse of some sort. Look, this King of Pentacles has the betrayal. Trying to cause you drama, trying to steal something from you. And what they're trying to steal is this relationship. Gemini, oh. I am so sorry because I can tell this is breaking your heart. Part of what is breaking your heart is that it doesn't matter what you say to this person. For some reason, they're listening or idolizing or something, this King of Pentacles. There's some kind of offer. And, I honestly feel like there's this offer. Gemini, I feel like this person is offering, okay, the other person that you're trying to heal a connection with, I think, they're offering them something, money. I would say most likely money. They're offering them money. Or they could be offering them a position if they have a business or something, offering them a position. They're offering them something. They're offering them safety and security. And perhaps something that maybe at this time, because I know so many of you have been talking about your finances being tight, at this time that you can't offer. And you know what, Gemini, here's the other thing. Here's the breakthrough for me with this too, is that you don't want to offer money. You're kind of like, you have kind of grown, and not that you're holding on to your money or being stingy or greedy or anything like that. It's not that. It's kind of like, no, I thought we had gotten to this point where we look at characteristics besides just material goods. Right? It's kind of like integrity, trust, honesty, openness, vulnerability, emotional intimacy, right? I thought we had this connection. And now this person that I think is coming back from the past, because we had the Six of Cups, right? Is coming in trying to goof this up for you. I think you've worked really hard on this relationship. They're trying to goof it up by bringing in money, enticing this person with money or cars or vacations or, something, a position in their company or something like that. And you're like, no. Why are we going there? We were, I feel like this could be somebody that you're mentoring kind of almost in a spiritual world, that you're sharing your wisdom, your spiritual journey with this person. Yeah, I feel like this just, the Tower is kind of the epiphany, seeing this. I think, you know, there's also this energy of, I just have to walk away. I'm not, it's almost as if you have this epiphany. I'm not playing that game. I'm blocking that type of energy out of my life. And I think that is the part that is so heartbreaking. It's really sad for you. My heart really goes out to you. So what is your advice? Creative endeavor, going back to what you've been working on, knowing that it's going to, you know, for some of you, you may be almost like restarting or rethinking. You could have been trying to get this other person, you know, involved in your business or something like that. And then this third person could have come in and offered them more money. They're enticing them away from you. And it's kind of like, okay, I'll go on the path by myself. And I'm just really heartbroken for you, because whoever this person is that you're having to leave behind, it's almost as if you thought this person would be one of those people that would always be in your life. And now you're understanding. I'm not saying that you won't ever talk to this person again, but it's really heartbreaking, because you understand that it is never going to be this type of relationship as long as this person is anywhere in the picture. So you could have had a child that got married, you know, or something like that. But it's not just that they got married, because, you know, we want our children to grow up and to be happy. It's more than that. You know, there's something else kind of toxic in all of this. I'm really surprised the double card hasn't come out. So let's see what we have here. Knight of Pentacles again. Yeah. Page of Cups. I think this person, this one, okay? I'm kind of saying that this is you. This is the person that you really want a connection with. Perhaps a child or a coworker. This is that third energy, okay? I feel that, you know, this person could come back to you and kind of apologize and say, can we get a fresh start with this or something like that. But I think you're just sad, you know. Could be a Scorpio, another Gemini, wow, Libra. I think you're just sad. You know that there is something that has ended in this relationship that can never be returned, whatever that is, okay? And that will be different for each of you. That what you have to do is step into your energy of making decisions that are really based on you. I really feel for, you know, I know everybody that watches is not a mother, okay? But there is a strong mother sense. So it could be a relationship that you're having with your mother, or it could be any parent, or you're having with, you know, maybe an adult child. You are stepping into your Empress energy. You are stepping into your energy, the Lover's energy, but also kind of like focusing on building the life that you want for yourself. I think this makes you really sad, because I think you were still kind of keeping this person in mind as you were, and I can't find it. You were keeping this person in mind when you were trying to rebuild your life after a tower moment, right? That happened a while ago. And now you're just kind of like understanding. You just really can't. That you have to be choosier about where you put your time and energy. And when you're choosier and you put yourself first when you're making those decisions, then you will move forward quickly to building what it is that you want to build. This is, it really kind of almost like, is a little bit of that sucker punch, you know, energy of understanding, you know. And once again, I feel like you've seen this brewing for some time. Actually, I'm going to use the Soul Truth card, because I feel like this is just such a difficult energy for you. Oh, Gemini. Gemini. I can't even say your name because I'm just so sad for you. You're going to come through it fine. I mean, your cards are, I mean, this is lovely energy, right? This is lovely energy. But this is not an easy energy to go through. Does my life have room for more pleasure and play? In what area are you lacking pleasure right now? Maybe in certain relationships or with work. Is it possible to shift the seriousness of life to experiencing a more creative, wild, and playful side of you? And you know what, Gemini, I think that's exactly what you're going to do, because you know you have the creative endeavor here. I think you're kind of like, okay, I put a lot of time and energy into trying to cultivate something that is not going to turn out the way that you wanted it to. And you know, you're just kind of like, okay, I gotta go have some fun, because I do feel like you've put so much time and energy into that. I do want to also point out, you have the sacred temple, the happy success, the increase, the deserving. Some of you are going on a vacation. You are going to be able to let go of this and, you know, really have that new beginning that you're seeking. Honestly, I think once you move through this energy and release the pain of it, I think you're going to be like, oh my goodness, that relationship was a huge burden to me, right? Because of this back and forth, and then, you know, playing the mind games with whoever that is. That's difficult energy. You know, but once you remove yourself, because this is also toxic, once you remove yourself, you know, I'm going to say part of it is that you felt like there was an expectation to make this relationship work, especially if it was a family dynamic, right? And now what you're realizing is, you know, once again, that has been in your reading. It doesn't matter if they're blood relative or not. What you're understanding is, you know, this person does not have that feeling for you. I think that's the hard part, is that you've given so much to this connection. This person is really saying almost like, who's got the better deal? And I don't think you want to join in that game. You know, you're kind of like authentic and true to who you are. This person up here is obviously, you know, offering money or prestige of some sort, you know, and you're just kind of like, I'm not playing it. And yet it really does break my heart. Gemini, you know your worth. You know you are worthy and deserving of having people in your life that treasure you for who you are and treasure everything about you. And I think that this is going, you know, the hard part about this is, you know, that, you know, you're feeling a little bit like you don't have, I think this person is making you feel like I don't have enough to offer. And, you know, yes, you do. It's finding that soul tribe that cherishes you for who you are. Well, Gemini, I'm going to leave it there. I do personal readings. The link is in the description box below, and I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. And I appreciate all of your support through liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I hope to see you again really soon. Please be kind and gentle and compassionate with yourself, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.